What is up, you guys? I hope you're having an awesome day today. We are going to be playing Huniecam Studio, and I know what you're thinking. This game is kind of old, but you know, Here's the thing. I've had the game for a while. As you can see, it's obviously not on this computer, but the thing is, I always find that whenever I take a break from it or I start over again, I forget how to play it. And like I always do bad. Like this one, the one that you're seeing, that was me and a couple other people were playing it, so it was kind of like a group thing. But I mean, on my own, I can show you my achievements after.
Look who decided to show up. I guess the legends
Hi,
are
Q.
true. You do exist.
This is the annoying part. You just have to listen to her talk for another like 3 minutes.
Could you do me a huge favor and show up even later next time? That'd be sweet.
This is why no one listens to you until the end of the game.
Alright, look. If you want this gig, you gotta listen to directions. We both know I'm doing you a solid by letting you manage my girls.
You can't see it, but I'm shaking my head.
I mean, let's keep it 100 here. This is the closest you're getting to female interaction right now. That should be payment enough. Let's not waste any more time. I'll start you out with one of our fresh prospects. Which one of these girls catches your eye?
So, the annoying thing about Q, not these three, is this game has a bit of a trick to it where it has a tutorial. And in this game, the tutorial it shows you different things as you go. But if you have the tutorial on for the entire game, you can't do very well because you can't get the promo, which I'll explain later. So I typically start with Tiffany. It doesn't really matter, to be perfectly honest. They're all kind of the same stats. It's just which other girls you want with them. I typically have better luck with her. And as you can see down here, you click that, and then she doesn't bug us anymore. And then we're able to see all these things down there are grayed out and they're locked. Now they're not. So as I was saying, I always find that I forget how to play and just strats and stuff, so I wanted to see how well I could do. And also try to unlock outfits and stuff because I don't have any of the tokens to do that. Because again, different computer. But again, I'll show you all the achievements afterwards that are... I don't know whether to be proud or disappointed. I really don't. It's probably a mixture of both. Now, the reason I'm sending her in here first is because the more time she goes in here, the more money she makes here. So, the trick is to do this a whole bunch of times. Actually, maybe, well... Yeah, we can keep doing this for a while. Because that's the one thing about this game that's really interesting, is it's very economics based. Like, everything I learned in economics applies to this game, which is weird because it's literally not what you would think of as an educational game, but it is somehow. And it's weird. It's very weird. We're just gonna do this.
Anything else? Leave it to me.
How much does the first thing cost? Okay, so this is all the stuff that you want to buy, and this is basically going to be one of the two things that I'm constantly going to be checking back into. Because the goal of the game isn't to get the money, it's to get the fans. But in order to get the fans, you need money to get the stuff, so you can get the fans, and you have to unlock all this. And it's a process. So basically, this is one of the first things we're going to want, and I want to get that too. That's 100, so let's see if we can get up to 220.
All done.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to do this to get us anywhere close.
Anything else?
Now let's see how much you make. Perfect. Oh, and then the first thing, we also want some of the, ooh, okay, we'll get that first. Because the different promo that you buy actually does directly affect the girls, because see, I bought that, now she has more fans, so more people are watching, so you get more money.
Anything else?
It's fairly straightforward. Now obviously you don't just have the one girl, you kinda collect more of them. If you collect doesn't sound like a good word, that doesn't sound like a good way to put it. Oof. Perfect, I had just enough. I'm gonna be in debt tomorrow, but that's fine, because I got all the stuff I want.
Leave it to me. And we are
Alright,
in debt.
Q, I
We
don't
need to
care.
make some. If you stay in the red,
Okay, basically, at 12 a.m., everyone gets paid, and if you're in debt for more than a full day in this game's time, which a day, you work all 24 hours. So basically, if you stay in debt for that entire time, you just kind of get it's a game over. It's really the only way you can get a game over without just getting to the end.
it's nothing personal.
And it
That's that.
isn't too difficult. See, we're already back in the green,
Sure thing.
and you can't go into the red unless you're like don't have enough to pay them. So that's really the only way you can go under and over. So we're gonna get that, and I think that. Oh, that's what I wanted. I wanted those. Okay, let's get another 100, and then we'll get another. All right, we should have enough to get. And then we'll send her to get another recruit,
That's that.
cause.
Sure thing. Anything else?
Alright. Ooh, Kiana. Alright, so the reason that, because they all have the same number of fans. Now, Kiana, 1, costs less to pay her, but 2, the 3 starter girls are the only girls in the game that don't drink or smoke, which you can see down here. They're the only ones that don't. And you kind of have 2 ways of dealing with this drinking and smoking problem. You can either A, just keep sending people to go on drink and cig runs, or the way that I ended up doing it that typically works a little bit better, at least for a while. There comes a point in the game where you just have to, there's someone who's basically not making enough to justify keeping them in there, so you make them the errand girl, but you take them and they go on drink runs, cig runs, etc. But usually in the beginning of the game, I like to try to get patches, especially if it's just 1. So for right now, we're going to recruit car keys.
I'll do my best.
Her name is Kiana, but
I'm on it.
close enough. Actually, we're just going to put
Leave
it
it
in
to
here.
me.
And it's going to take forever.
Easy
Does
peasy.
any of the promo apply to them? That one, we have just enough to do what I want to do, and that's get that. And then go back to invest, and up both the web servers and the hardware.
No sweat.
Now the idea behind doing this is it essentially,
I'm on it.
these upgrades will make it so we make money faster, because if they get more fans, you don't have to keep them in here as
Will
long.
do.
Now there are upgrades, like how I sent Tiffany to this building, and it made her better at making money. If you send Kiana to the building with the dress on it, this building, she'd earn more fans. But I don't want her to do that, because the thing is, making them better at stuff also makes them cost more, which is why you can see Kiana had the $1 per hour next to her name, and Tiffany did when we first got her, but now that I upgraded Tiffany, she now is $2. Basically, every time you upgrade one of their skills, the amount you need to pay them doubles.
Sure thing.
So it's kind of tricky when you're trying to figure out what you want to do as far as payment and who you want to upgrade.
No sweat.
So as you can see, we're already at close to 100 fans. Actually, we're close to 150. So I'm gonna keep sending her in, and I'm gonna send her to the strip club. And this should hopefully make her make an amount of money that's close. Okay, that's close enough.
Anything else?
So now they're both in there.
Okie dokie.
And we already bought all the promo, I believe. So now we're gonna go back to here and see kind of what. And I'm just gonna kind of browse, because also the time up here is constantly going unless you're in one of these tabs or holding down one of them. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff in here I want. I'd like to get the advertisement one and get up to 5, but there's also some other stuff because I know we need to start getting more girls, because more girls, more money you can make, and the earlier you train them, the more money. You know, the usual. Oh, no, actually, that should be easy because they're both making over 50 each time. So each time they both come out, that's 100. So, although Kiana's starting to get tired, so we'll have to put her in the... Yeah, see, we already have enough. So we're going to go into investment. And this is really the only thing that matters when you buy this, because the promo, which is advertising, resets every day. So if you buy this and it's like... You want to buy it before the next day so that way the new ad will show up here, and you want to buy these at the end of each day because at the end of each day it resets. So we're just going to continue to do this, and yeah, she has to go in there. And we're going to see how much I need to pay them. I believe they're both $2 an hour, so 24 is going to be around $48. A little bit less because they both went into the spa, but... 40-ish dollars, maybe 44-ish, I don't know. Somewhere around there. So basically, we're not going to be in debt. 78? What? Is that not what you guys cost? No, you're $2 an hour. Oh, I forgot, because when you click on them, you rush the minutes. So they actually work the same amount of time, but less. It's complicated, but when you click on it, it subtracts the amount of time it takes them, so they're actually working from a certain time to another time. It's a weird mechanic, but that's why you're clicking as much as you are. I think we can get all of these. Yeah. The reason I look at them before I buy them is because eventually you'll get to a point in the game where you don't have enough money, and you want to get the ones that benefit the girls you have first, because those will basically... Those are going to make it so that when they go in, they earn more, because you just want fans in general, but if you can get fans that like the stuff your girls already like, you're going to make more money from them. So that's the key trick to this. And I'm thinking it's about time to get another girl, so we're gonna... I also want the accessories, so we'll up that, because it's very unlikely we're gonna get Nikki, because that's the only other one that doesn't have some sort of addiction. 3, and I kind of feel like we're gonna need this. And then I'm also gonna want to update that capacity, which will be in a second, because that means all 3 of them can be in there at the same time. So that's another reason why you usually will end up with an errand girl, because you just don't have space in the building, so whoever doesn't make the most amount of money, you kick them out. Alright. Ooh, we did get Nikki. See, Sarah has the most fans, which I like, but I also don't like that her upgrades are in the fashion thing, which means she's good in the photo booth, but not in the actual cam studio. So we're gonna get Nikki.
Really?
Yes, really.
No sweat.
Because it's easier to train from a blank slate.
I'll try not to screw up.
I'm also gonna send you here since you only take like an hour.
How'd I do?
Alright, ooh. Let's take this just in case for later on.
Sure, why not?
And after this, I'm going to stop rushing her and just kind of let her be. I might just make her the errand girl. Not quite sure. Right, I didn't do that yet. And then the next one is automation, which basically means it'll collect things for you. So if you're in a couple different places at once, that's useful for that. So promo, we already got all of, so.
And done. I'm on it.
Cause I just don't know what she's gonna get.
Done with that.
Get that. And just
Give it a shot.
toss her in there. I'm thinking she might just end up being the current errand girl because she doesn't cost much.
All done.
Rather than going through all this stuff and training her.
Easy peasy.
And I think the next one I want is the automation thing. Because that they can do stuff really fast. And if I can get that like now, because it's only day 3, that would be like amazing.
Okie dokie.
Because I
Done. Will do.
basically want to do everything as fast as possible. I'm pretty sure they're going to collect the
All done.
payroll before then.
Not too bad.
But that's why you want them to be doing what they're doing. Let's get the wine box. Right, go back.
Sure, why not?
Oof, you have
No
film here.
sweat.
Little bit of a bump in the road.
Anything else?
Just toss you back in
Okey-dokey.
here. How much is the next one on the promo? Alright, no, because it's even more than that cost. Okay. Well, actually, I want her to be in there because she's not costing me money. So when they're in the spa, it doesn't count as hours. Today I think it's going to be around 100.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Now we're just going to keep clicking on this because I can't make... See, that's where the automation, because the automation's with that 5. Yep, I was right. 'Cause that's where that 5 per
I'm on it.
thingy comes from. So we're going to try to get...
Anything else?
Alright, so Tiffany's back in here.
Done with that.
Perfect. So this is called drugs. And what we do with it is
Great.
we give it to them
Thanks.
and put her back in there. And now they do everything twice as fast as they normally would.
Easy peasy. No sweat.
And that just means it doesn't take as much time. That's not even accounting into me clicking it, so you can see how it's going way faster now.
Sure thing.
That's why. Because now we can start
Done. Will do.
making tons of money and getting to the next phase, which is where we get
Leave it to me.
one more girl
Easy peasy.
and the next level of automation.
No
When
sweat.
I think that'll probably wrap it up because I'm only going to be doing 5 of these in-game days per episode because, you know, there's really, the entire game is really long, so
Will do.
I don't want to end up, you know, making a video for like an hour, so I'm going to break it up into parts, but I'm going to film it all at once, so I don't forget anything while I'm in here.
Whoop. Leave it to me. Not too bad.
What'd you get? Let's get the piggy bank. It's not bad.
Sure.
She can
why
go in there
not?
too. And then as soon as we get Tiffany out,
Okie dokie.
can go down here, and now we're gonna really move.
Piece of cake.
Because we're doing
No sweat.
3 minus 3. Yeah, they're flying through this
Anything
now.
else?
Fortunately, it's not gonna stay like this because the Coke only lasts about 24 hours.
And done.
Not about, it only lasts 24 in-game hours. So around the time I gave it to them yesterday,
All done.
they're gonna go back to normal speed, but the upgrade I got is still gonna stay.
Easy peasy.
So I'm just gonna keep
Will do.
farming, and also we can go to promotion and see. Yeah, because I know we got enough money for that. And I don't know what we're gonna go for next.
Leave it to me. Give it a shot.
I'm thinking I might try to get the next one up. I'm not sure. Well, I might do the next one up for the amount of money you make in the
No sweat. Well done.
studio. Alright, so there were definitely ads that benefited Kiana. The question is, what ads benefited Tiffany, if any? Because I didn't really look, I just kind of spam clicked everything. Because I just knew we had enough. So,
Leave it to me.
let's see. Although the downside to getting all this money is
Will do.
it adds up in the books. So you can see now the, actually no, it's not that bad. Not as bad as I was expecting it to be.
Sure thing. Easy peasy. No sweat.
Believe that's it. And we did get all the promos, so we can just look here. There's a lot of things we could do. And I know we're gonna need that if we did do this, but thinking we're gonna do that. And that, and then we'll get 500 tomorrow, even though I know we're gonna go into debt. We're gonna get 500 tomorrow. Well, actually, it's not gonna matter because we're using Nikki as an errand girl. Because that's the thing, is even if you're not sending them to the SIG store, you need someone in the browsing store to get accessories and such. Let's actually look at these for a second. What have I been getting? Alright, so these are the different things that they want. So whichever one of these you have the most of, the more money you're gonna get. Things like this, like teen, Latina, they're just kind of like, they have that already, but things like furry and squirting are all things that are basically in these. So this is the highest up one, so we're gonna get that. And I should have put her in here again.
Why not?
And now we're gonna try, okay, so Tiffany's out, so if we can,
I'm on
alright, well, she's gonna relax quicker, but she's out. So both of them are out, which basically means that they're all gonna not be going twice as fast anymore, which sucks, but,
Anything else?
you know.
Sure thing.
Alright, so they're both in here now, which is not great for me.
No sweat.
So we're only at 250, so I think after this I'm going to send Nikki to the, what do you call, I don't even know what that's called, but the place where you get more girls and
Okie dokie.
the model agency. We're going to go to the agency and get another person to do this, and hopefully they're high in talent, not the style. That's what they're called, talent and style.
Easy peasy. Will do. Not too bad.
Alright, of these, I'm thinking I want that. And then send you there. So it's only going to take 5 hours, which isn't terrible.
All done.
Okay.
Leave it to me.
So we're about 12 hours out from the actual nighttime, so we're definitely going to have enough time to get this. Even though we don't really need it, I don't think, it would be a good thing to get so that the next time, because getting more of the girls actually isn't that expensive. It's getting the capacity, because it really doesn't need to be expensive. The capacity is expensive, because you can get them all you want, but you can't use them for what you want.
Sure thing.
Because like right now I couldn't put Nikki in the cam studio because it's full. Ooh. Alright, I'm thinking that we're gonna go with Audrey because she doesn't cost as much, but she's also got a decent fan count and her talent's already leveled up. Lillian is way too expensive, and the idea behind getting her would be to keep sending her to the fan studio so she could get fans and get people who line up with both of these. But instead I'm gonna get Audrey and just kind of, yeah, we're gonna get Audrey, we're gonna go here, we're gonna get that so I can put both the wine box and
You better pay up.
the smoke patch on her.
Whatever.
So these mean she's gonna take like one and then that's it, which is literally
Give
nothing.
it a shot.
Alright, now I gotta make you... Alright, you don't do very much. We're gonna send her in there.
Piece of cake. Will do.
Did I get the promo? No, I did not. We want that. We want... Whatever, we can afford it all, it's fine.
That's that.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, Tiffany's up by a lot. And also we can go into the books and give this to someone. I'm not sure which one. We're gonna give it to her.
Awesome.
Alright, there we go. Now she's doing alright. And Audrey's gonna be doing alright in just a second.
Can I get done now?
Hang on. Alright, now you're done with that. Now you get to do this.
Whatever.
And now they all are making money. Okay. So the promo, we got it all. That's good. That's kind of the goal of every day is to get enough money for the promo. And basically,
I'm on it.
everything else is just kind of there to be doing while you're waiting to get the promo.
Anything
And
else?
I can already tell I'm kind of behind in the fan count. So I think I'm just gonna get that. I'm gonna save the rest of it. That'll probably cover the payroll. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, which will be literally 2 seconds from now.